It's Cowabunga Morphin time. Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the Hasbro Power Rangers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Lightning Collection. It's the Morphed Shredder. It's the last one of the line. We had a look at all the other Morphed Turtles and even like Tommy as the foot soldier. And this one, oh boy, have I been looking for this one. Have I been waiting on this one. It's Shredder, who got Tommy's power coin, aka the Green Ranger, so he morphs into whatever the hell this is. It's just called the Morphed Shredder, but yeah, it has obviously the Shredder outfit and has some very noticeable parts of Tommy's Green Ranger outfit. I love the design, I love the comic book where this first appeared, where this only appeared. The only time this happened was in the Boom Studios comic book. If you didn't know, now you know, but let's have a look at the figure. This figure stands at about, which is kind of hard to tell because there's a little bit of an issue with that. Let's see, 18, little over, say 18 centimeters to the top of the helmet. And that means we are going up to 7.1 inches. What I was saying, before I even go on, I want to address this part. This figure is very hard to stand just straight up because, as you can tell, the feet are ankled in a weird way. Well, this one seems to be okay, but this one's going down. Well, Payne, idiot, just move it up, right? Well, it's ratcheted, and if I move it up, that's the position it snaps in. There is not really a way to wriggle it around with it staying up unless I bend the peg that's in there, which, I mean, the feet ratcheted is great for stability, but it's not great because if the feet are not straight, stability doesn't matter because you can't stand. So I got them somewhat straightened out for the size comparisons. Here's Jolter, NECA Mirage Donatello, NECA Arcade Michelangelo, of course the Hasbro X Power Rangers TMNT Raphael, the NECA Arcade Shredder, which also doesn't want to stand up right now, that's why I'm holding on to him, the SH Figure Arts Son Goku, and Darkseid. Other than the janky feet, I gotta say I'm really happy with this figure. There's a lot to offer here, and I feel like the Lightning Collection does deliver on a lot of fronts, and the mold of this guy is perfect. You got a lot more of a rectangular faceplate, and then you got the red eyes in the black in there. Gives him that menacing look, and I like that look for the Shredder. Now, the one thing with the paint in general is there's some paint on it, especially like the silver on the mask, obviously, and then the red dots, which is ice, and also the dragon, kind of like the Dragon Zord hat in the helmet. Now, the one thing you will notice is, well, this is shiny, and we got a little bit more of a shine on other pieces, but the rest of the helmet, the side plates, is soft plastic. As such, it is not painted, and as such, it looks a bit weird, looks a bit cheap compared to the rest of it. The same goes for the gold. You have the gold in the shield, which also has some battle damage, amazing detail. The mold on it is absolutely fantastic. Can't complain about that. Even like a little bit of ripples on the side over here. I don't even know if that's in the original shield. I can't recall. You have some more gold on the side. You got the golden shredder parts, the golden blades on all sides over here. The arm piece, which are the arm band, which is painted nicely. It doesn't line up completely in some parts, but that's alright. Here we have a little bit of paint missing on the blades. What happened there? And then on the front we get some more gold and the regular silver plastic, silver blades on painted plastic. Same goes on the other side. And overall, there's nothing to complain about as far as the coloring goes. And we got the big green chest, which once again is just green plastic. And the belt has the beautiful detailed Morphin there, considering how small this is. And once again, these figures come at a relatively low price compared to what I usually review on this channel. And also the cape. It's a cloth cape, doesn't have any wire, so you can't really pose it, but I still prefer cloth cape any day of the week over like an ugly plastic cape. So that's cool. Also has some holes in the lower half and it's all ripped up, so that's amazing stuff. Now for the knee pads, though, those are molded in gold plastic, but they just, I guess, forgot to paint them. That's another part where I'm just like, huh? Wait. You painted all of these, why didn't you paint this one? Weird. So, down to the shin pads, which have some more blades in there, in the gold and the molding on there. Same way for the rest of the figure, and down to the shoes, which have a nice and shiny silver and a little bit more gold on there. And that's about it. So, looks pretty cool overall, but some unpainted parts, unfortunately, just kind of take you out of it. Now for the articulation, it's super standard stuff for the Lightning Collection. Obviously because of the big helmet, the head is fairly limited. However, since it is soft plastic in the back, it does give away just a teeny tiny bit, so you do get some decent upward motion. Downward goes quite a bunch, and tilting, well, not really, because I think it's just on a peg. You can see the hinge in there, and also rotates all the way around. Let me not get stuck on there and break his helmet off. And then of course the shield is soft plastic. I guess you could take it off if you want to play around with it. I don't see any, oh, it is connected in the back. There's a peg in there. So, but it still feels super wobbly, so I don't even know if that's like glued in or if that's just, no, it's just pegged in. Okay, so good to know. Could take it off if you want to play around, customize the guy a little bit. So, because it's a pretty cool shredder mold in general, if you, you know, just want to repaint it. Then we have the butterfly joints in there. You can move that all the way around, and a simple hinge in the shoulder itself, which you can also rotate it on here just a little bit. I feel like it would go all the way around, but it's a little bit blocked, and I don't want to break anything. Got the bicep swivel and the double hinged elbow. Still looks gross, leaves the holes in there, but it is functional. And also they didn't paint the inside of his hand. Huh. Ha ha ha. You got a simple hinge in the hand, goes up and down and also swivels. And for the chest area, we do have a swivel in the chest area, which does have actually some pretty good back and forth motion. More than I expected for some dramatic poses. The ab crunch, which is like a standard for like American figures, for like Marvel Legends, or in this case Hasbro. And it does get the job done, and since the belt is covering up most of it, I don't even feel like it's looking that ugly. The belt is soft plastic, and I don't feel, now it might be connected somewhere because I can't really rotate it around, can't really tell where. Then the leg moves out to the side, moves forward for some decent kicks, and doesn't move back because the butt mold ruins it. And you cannot, well, you can kind of rotate it a little bit on here, and then you have a thigh swivel, which I'm not a fan of thigh swivels. Just think it breaks up the sculpt, and we have a double hinged knee, but as you can tell, only the upper part of the hinge wants to work right now. Let's see with the other knee. There we go. Goes up like that, and the entire knee pad is gold, which breaks up the sculpt once more because you have all this green, and then you just have this gold line over there. It's just wet. That just doesn't make any sense. And the foot is, as we established, pegged in. It is on a ratchet, and this one seems to be completely frozen now. Alright, now we're having some issues with that, I guess. So that's as far as it goes back, and that's as far as it goes forward. And then you also have a pivot, which is somewhat loose, but I mean, since the rest is ratcheted, he does hold the pose, but only if you do like an action pose, like I was saying. It works like that. If I'm doing just straight up something like this, then it doesn't matter if the feet are angled too high or too low. But again, if you just want to have them stand up straight, good luck with that. At least on my copy, of course, that might be a quality control issue, but let me know down in the comments if you have this figure and if you have the same ratcheting angle problems with the foot that I have. Now, accessories are like the bare minimum, and he doesn't even come with a sword, although I don't remember if he actually uses a sword in the comic book. Now, you got fist hands next to the open hands, and you also have these blue energy effects, which are completely rubbery. And from what I can tell, let me see if I can do that on the camera, just slide the blades in there, and there you go. Ha! He can do like a shoryuken or whatever. So, I mean, it looks cool, but I would have preferred maybe another set of hands and maybe sword or something, because I don't know, swords just go well with the shredder. Final thoughts, but before I do, I forgot something. There's actually a swivel down here, and that, I guess, that kind of alleviates the foot problem. Haha, foot problem. I'm talking about a shredder figure, and he has problems with the foot. Irony. Anyway, this figure looks amazing. I love the design. That's obviously the reason why I picked it up. And the figure itself, it's beautifully molded, have zero issues with that, looks great. Articulates well, you know, it's standard stuff for Hasbro. They get it done, and the paint, well, the paint is kind of like a 50-50 situation for me. The paint that's there is beautiful, it's amazing. Well, except for like this part on the claws, it's not completely covered up, but still, I love the shine on the gold, and as he goes down once again, But when they don't paint their parts, then it's just kind of sad. You know, it would look so much better if you had more painted parts on it. But at the price point, I can somewhat gloss over that fact, and obviously the accessories are almost non-existent. But again, price point, I feel like it's alright, the entire package. So, since this looks great, and I think it's a unique piece for any TMNT or Mighty Morphin Power Rangers collector, I definitely recommend this one highly to those fans, and even to anybody else who just wants a shiny looking, cool ninja dude with spikes and whatnot. This is not a bad pickup. So, recommended overall. That's gonna do it as usual. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever the Shredder wants.